next on All Access.
I'm Dan Roach with the Patriots here at Gillette Stadium. Last week's loss to the Steelers came down to simply one thing: way too many critical mistakes.
He just fumbled.
In this case, Ramondre Stevenson fumbled.
I'm Scott Zolak, and Mike Vrabel will tell you what the coaching staff can do to help eliminate turnovers.
One, it's about protecting the guy with the ball. You know what I mean? We had a couple guys that came in, the guys that we didn't see. We have to do a better job fundamentally.
I'm Paul Perillo, and I'm going to tell you why it's time for the Patriots to get back on the winning track here at Gillette Stadium.
And I'm Steve Burton. Those stories plus we go behind the scenes of a spectacular Hall of Fame celebration.
Looking sharp. There are you.
All Access begins right now. Too many turnovers doom the Patriots against Pittsburgh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patriots All Access. I'm Steve Burton. In a game dominated by New England, they couldn't mask 5 turnovers, and the Steelers are more than happy to capitalize. They must put that behind them and prepare for a Carolina Panthers team fresh off their first win of the season. Dan Roach reports on a Patriots team anxious to get back to work.
I'm Dan Roach with the Patriots. There were a lot of good plays from last week's game against the Steelers here at Gillette Stadium. But the Pats also know they have to eliminate bad football.
He fumbled. He just fumbled.
In this case, Ramondre Stevenson fumbled.
I mean, it's just a lot of bad football. Beating ourselves, and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Things are going to go not our way in games, and we have to find ways to, stop the bleeding and keep the ball moving. And so, and it starts in practice. It starts with correcting those things in practice.
As the Pats enter week 4 of their season against the 1-2 Panthers, they're focused on themselves as they work hard to try to find some consistency.
Trying to push the guys to get to that level. I know what we can do, and I still feel like we haven't, played our best football, and that's what's promising.
I've been on some teams where as though they were competitive, and we kind of figured it out. It took some time, but we figured it out. So that's why I said these losses, we come with valuable lessons. Like, we were in all those games, we were competitive, and we could easily be sitting at 3-0. We're not. That gives us a lot to look forward to, a lot to work on.
On the health front, Christian Gonzalez appeared ready to return last week from a hamstring injury that's kept him on the shelf for almost 2 months. But Coach Vrabel felt Gonzalez needed a little bit more time.
I was upset, but I mean, sometimes you gotta look at yourself and make sure you're all the way ready. Hamstrings are a tough injury.
After losing last week to the Steelers, the Pats are 0-2 at Gillette Stadium this season. And since the start of 2023, New England 3-16 at home.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We've got to play better at home. We have another opportunity next week that we can do it. So.
All right, Dan Roach, thank you very much. Joining us in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios are Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Patriots are 1-2. They should be 2-1. We all know they fumbled this game away. So now what?
You got to look in the mirror and figure out how to stop making those mistakes that are costing you games. I totally agree. This is one that they had. I thought they were the better team for the vast majority of the 60 minutes, Mike. Yeah. And just the self-inflicted wounds, turnovers this time. It's been different things in the past, penalties in the past, and not taking advantage of opportunities. This one, though, 2 turnovers in the end zone just can't happen.
Sometimes we come in here and there's a lot to dissect, and there's different nuance and context that we try to provide. This one is so easy and straightforward that we don't need to even talk around it. 5 turnovers.
Right.
Like, until it's the old cliche, until you can stop yourself from losing, you can't win.
Right.
Period.
I do need to talk about it, though, Mike, because I just need to release my energy. I just need to release it. Okay, Ramondre Stevenson, what do you do with him? Let me start. Can I start?
Yeah.
I'm going to play the guy.
How much?
Good question.
Yeah.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to play the guy a lot.
Okay.
Because I think to fix it, you got to play him.
All right.
So
fix it through the problem.
I would just start by saying this is not an easy solution. I think everybody sort of the armchair GMs just want to cut them and be on with it, and that's easy. I'm not telling you that I wouldn't make that kind of a drastic measure, but what I would do is probably flip-flop the roles for at least the short term. Yeah. I'd have Antonio Gibson in the lead back role to start the game, and I would want Steve, to your point, to continue to have Stevenson involved, to give him a couple of carries here and there, but at some point, 9 fumbles in his last 18 games, there have to be some repercussions. So you can't just go business as usual.
I still believe in him, though, Mike.
Yeah, and because of week 2, right? You look back at
best
week 2
player on the field in Miami.
You're not living as a prisoner of the moment because you're taking the 2-week sample.
What I hear Butt coming.
Well, because I think look at how they handled him in this last game. He had the second fumble, and they kept him off the field for most of the rest of the game, other than, call it, 3 to 4 snaps.
Right.
Mike Vrabel mentioned they still value his pass protection. So here's my thought.
He said we need him.
Put him in on third down for now. And how many third downs you have? 10 plays. And maybe he's not carrying the ball, but you're getting him on the field. Maybe there's 1 or 2 drop plays. Try to build up his confidence from there.
All right. Let's talk about some positives a little later on the show.
Sounds good, Stevie.
We'll be back more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Go behind the scenes at the Patriots Hall of Fame ceremonies.
To be the guy not to want to disappoint anyone, that I think it was a blessing for me to come here.
But first, Mike Vrabel on ball security.
That has to be better, and it has to improve, but we can also improve the other stuff as well, protecting the guy with the ball.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
This next-gen stat is brought to you by AWS. Drake May completed 28 of his 37 pass attempts for 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception in Week 3 against the Steelers. May fared well on passes under 10 air yards, connecting on 22 of 26 such attempts for 179 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. His second most yards under 10 air yards in a game in his career.
Welcome back to All Access. Here are the sights and sounds from the Steelers game.
Bring it. Come on, opportunity, man. Take advantage of it today, man. Play us some man, they can't guard us. Take every play you can got. Communication, be in the huddle, in that huddle, stay in the huddle today. Have some fun, make some plays, man. Make some plays with me. 1, 2, 3, make some plays. Today's some football, man. Let's have some fun out there, man. Okay, win on me, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We got one goal, man. Start fast, be efficient, be us, man. I love y'all. Y'all know how we rockin', man. Today, punch that ticket. Gang on 3, 1, 2, 3. Gang on 3, 1, 2, 3. Woo, come here. Bang! Positive energy now. We just gonna keep rolling.
Make one play, stop beating yourself. Okay, that's it. That's all we gotta do. Get heads up.
Play fake. Drop by May. Touchdown. Throws it to Henry. Leaks out. Touchdown. Patriots.
Hey, there we go. Just make sure we're finishing, all right?
And now 3rd and 11 for Rodgers. 4 receivers in the pattern. He drops back, pressure, throws down the middle, picked off by Spillane. From the 40 to the 35, right side 30, 25, 20, 15 to the 10. He's tossed out of bounds. Hurled to the earth by Metcalf. 1st and 10 for the Steelers after the 4th turnover by the Patriots today. Pittsburgh leads it by a 14-7 score. 4th down and 1. Try to pick up a first down here from outside the Steeler 15. Shotgun snap to May. Throws down the middle. Caught by Henry. And he's upended into the end zone. He made the ground. Backpedaling. He dives in for his second touchdown. The Patriots an extra point away from tying it up. Now they face a 4th down. And a long one just across the Steeler 28-yard line right hash. 3 receivers to the left. Drake takes the snap. Blitzer's coming. Throw left. Caught by Pop Douglas. He curls back and he is tackled shy of the line to gain, it appears. The Patriots are going to lose it by 7 in a game in which they gave it away far too many times.
Well, joining me now is Patriots linebacker Robert Spillane. Good to see you, my man.
How are you, Steve?
Doing okay, doing okay. Hey, after last week's loss, how excited were you guys to play right away again? I mean, were you anxious to get back on the football field?
No doubt. Any chance after a loss, you just can't wait to get back on the field. You're itching to get back out there to prove to yourself and to your teammates that you can go out there and get the W.
Could you have gone Monday night?
I pride myself on being able to play football when I'm asked to, so I love the game. I know my teammates love the game. They would put the ball down, they'll be ready to play.
What are some of the reasons why the defense has improved so much?
Yeah, I think we're really coming together as a defense.
Yeah.
We are playing for each other, swarming to the ball, being violent and physical, and that's what we want to all be all about.
Is that sustainable? Can you improve on that?
We're nowhere near where we want to be as a defense. From the outside looking in, it might look good, but we hold ourselves to such high standards that we're nowhere near our finished product.
Your interception. Aaron Rodgers throws the ball right to you. You see the ball coming. Your eyes get big?
It happened to be right on the field,
right here. Right around here?
Right here, right on the hash, off the hash. Threw it to me.
Did it take forever to get to you?
I was expecting to get hit in the side of the head as I caught it. And I look around and I'm like, oh, nobody's here.
Nobody's here. You can go, right?
Time to run with it. So,
were you expecting to score?
I was. I got a little too worried. I saw DK Metcalf coming, and
you saw him from the corner of your eye?
I saw him out the corner of my eye. I'm like, I'm not going to let this beast jump on my back here. So,
Vrabel gave you your first shot, right? Your rookie year, rookie free agent, coming out of nowhere. How big was that, and why do you like playing for Mike?
Yeah, being an undrafted rookie, you have that chip on your shoulder. You know that essentially nobody believed in you, and just to have Coach Vrabel be the one to say, Rob, I believe in you. We want you to be a part of this team 8 years ago.
Wow.
And
wow.
And to be able to...
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. You know, he still cut me, though. So at one point, it's not like he didn't...
Still cut you. He gave you opportunity, and then he cut you?
He cut me, so...
But he still believes. Brought you back.
No doubt. He saw what I had become throughout my career, and all due to hard work and dedication.
Isn't that something, though? He cut you, and now you're the captain, one of the captains of his football team. That says a lot about you, says a lot about him, but how you responded after you got cut.
Yeah, it just grows that chip on your shoulder like we talk about. I'm still an undrafted player to this day, and I still let that chip on my shoulder grow. So. To be here and to be honored by my teammates is everything to me, because they're the only opinions I care about. So to be honored by my teammates is such a big thing for me.
One last thing, how important is it to get a win here on Sunday?
It's everything. This is why we prepare. We get 17 opportunities guaranteed. We put our hearts on the line. We put our time, our bodies, our souls pour into this game.
Yeah.
We love this game, and we do it to get wins and to bring honor to our family. So that's why we come out here every Sunday.
Good luck on Sunday, my friend.
Thank you, Steve.
Robert Spillane, our guest. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this. Appreciate you.
Congrats to Coach Eric Ornberg of Medfield High School. He is our Patriots Coach of the Week.
On behalf of the Kraft family, the New England Patriots Charitable Foundation and New England Patriots, we want to make you this week's Coach of the Week, and I would say congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Medfield High School has kept their perfect record intact with a 35-12 victory over Hopkinton. The Patriots Charitable Foundation will award $1,000 to the Medfield High School football program in name of Coach Eric Ornberg.
Coach deserves this award because of just how much he's done for me and the team as a whole.
He really does put the players first. Like, everything he does is for us. He's always trying to do things the right way.
To win this award and to be recognized is tremendously humbling. I feel like our team is representative of all the hard work and the humility they're doing and playing football the right way right now. It's just very humbling.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk with head coach Mike Vrabel. And Coach, it's good to see you. Obviously, 5 turnovers in a football game. Doesn't matter who you play. It's not a recipe to win games, right?
No, that's I don't think there's only been one team that's been -4 in the last 10 years that won the football game. And the fact that we had, there's good news and bad news. The fact that we had a chance to tie it and that we were in the game, I guess, is good news that we're going to fight and we're not front runners. The bad news is we put ourselves in that position.
They did hang you, and I thought your defense really settled in after that first drive and gave your offense an opportunity to do some things.
Their job is to play defense wherever it is. Yep. Wherever they put the ball down, we have to play defense. Play better defense in the red zone. That's something that we're going to have to really focus on and get better on both sides of the football is red zone, scoring touchdowns and not kicking field goals or, being able to not turn the ball over and convert those into touchdowns.
I know Coach Tomlin after the game said it was a point of emphasis. They coach that, they teach that, punching the ball out, not necessarily that every ball was punched out or, the interceptions were tipped or whatever. But how do you coach against that from an offensive standpoint without being,
it's about protecting the guy with the ball. We had a couple guys that came in, guys that we didn't see. We have to do a better job fundamentally. Putting 2 hands on the football, and if we have to, we gotta lock it up in traffic, and that's what it's going to have to be. Get over our pads, take surface area away, but also starting with protecting the guy with the ball so that people can't come in and get them when they don't see them. They can make the first guy miss, and it's always the guy that you don't see.
That's interesting. You talk about that because that's the first time I ever heard that. Like, we got to worry about everybody else doing their job because the point of emphasis is always on the ball carrier.
Well, yeah, that's the easy thing. That's the easy thing. We can point those out. Everybody can see that. And that has to be better, and it has to improve. But we can also improve the other stuff as well, protecting the guy with the ball.
All right, quarter pole. Carolina's on your schedule. You saw it when the schedule came out. You're a new staff here. When did you start on this team? It's not a common opponent. It's not a divisional opponent. When did you start looking at them and really preparing for them?
After we watched the tape from yesterday. We can't look too far ahead. We have to focus on improving. This is an improvement league, and if we don't improve the things that we did poorly yesterday, it won't matter who the opponent is.
Good thing is you're home. Get back out there and do it at home.
Yep.
Time now for the Sports Illustrated ticket question of the week. Comes from Carol G. Wants to ask you, how do you coach the DBs? It's one of the hardest positions to play other than quarterback, potentially, where you're out there on an island, balls in the air, talking about penalties called against them, technique, face guarding. Is it good to look back for the football?
I think when you're in phase, you have to be able to look back. And again, if you're not in phase, you're going to have to get back there and then again hope for that the ball's not underthrown, right? Because when you're not playing the football, a lot of those hand fighting and things go away. You have to use good technique. I think that when you give them reasons to call penalties, they will. I think we gave them too many reasons yesterday. But then again, sometimes we don't see eye to eye on the calls. And, that's how it goes. That's a tough position to be able to play. We have to be able to play square, not open a gate, not let them run, but then be able to challenge. And just like CD did on the touchdown, I think went up through the pocket, tried to punch through. It was a good receiver that made a good play. It was a good throw. We were contested, and I think that's everything we would teach. They just made a play on us.
All right, if you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team at patriots.com/askthecoach. We'll be back later in the shows with X's and O's, and Coach will sit tight and we'll be back. Break down some good plays. All right, see you soon.
Coming up on All Access.
Celebrate generations of greatness at the Patriots Hall of Fame ceremony.
This place has a place in my heart. It always will.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette. Gillette's best shave is now the best a fan can get. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL.
Welcome back to All Access. Last weekend, prior to the Steelers game, the Patriots honored two of the greats in franchise history. Coach Bill Parcells joined Julian Edelman in a star-studded ceremony. Hey, we go behind the scenes of the Hall of Fame induction that bridged several generations of football excellence.
So this is where I used to throw balls before this was here. Right over there, against that wall. If you were to ask me my first day if I was going to be inducted into this hall, you know, I don't think I would have said yeah. You know, there was just such a long road. Being drafted here and playing my whole career here, being surrounded by the people that were the best examples to be around if you wanted to stick around.
Manly Allen, how are you?
Those guys challenged me in ways and made me put myself into a mindset to be the guy not to want to disappoint anyone. That I think it was a blessing for me to come here.
Coach, how you doing?
He's here today because he's being inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. It's the one and only Bill Parcells.
How you doing, boss?
Hey, I should have my sport jacket on.
Nice to see you, my friend. I'm good.
And we were really lucky to have you.
Thank you so much, Bob. Much
Thank you,
appreciated.
and I'm really glad that you're letting us put you in because you deserve to be in
well,
there.
I'll see you in Canton.
Well,
Here, I wore my ring. Show it to me.
look at that.
Looking sharp. So are you.
Two-time Super Bowl champion head coach Bill Parcells arrived in New England and brought optimism back to our region.
Well, I'm just very thankful for the opportunity to be here and with these players that have just given me everything I've asked for.
Bill built a culture. He mentored players and coaches who would go on to shape the NFL.
That's the way to throw the ball, Drew. That's perfect throw, son.
He laid the groundwork for the dynasty that followed.
This place has a place in my heart. It always will. So I say thank you. I'm humble and I'm honored, and I appreciate everything you guys have done.
Julian Edelman arrived in Foxborough in 2009 as an undersized college quarterback drafted in the 7th round out of Kent State. He was just hoping to make the team. He was willing to play any role to do so. Not only did he make the team, he made it here today to the Hall of Fame by successfully filling any and every role that came along his way.
Love you.
Julian didn't just defy the expectations, he obliterated them.
I caught it! I caught it!
With his athleticism, with his physical toughness, and with his versatility.
From the freezing cold nights to the rainy afternoons, you showed up. But you believed in us, and you believed in me. I wasn't the flashiest player, but you embraced me for who I was. A grinder, a fighter, a guy who tried to leave it out on the field every Sunday. Now, New England was the perfect fit for my mentality. A hard-working region that puts heart and toughness above all. And your support meant more than you'll ever know. And Foxborough forever, thank you.
Love you, bro. Love you.
Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. What's up, man? Big fan. Same, bro. When your song used to come on, we all knew it was game time. That's right. Get it. Let's go. Ready? Give a fist pump too.
Welcome today's keeper of
Let's
the
go!
newest member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, Julian
Ready? Edelman! See you guys. I appreciate the memories. Appreciate the memories.
I was celebrating with Lil. She doesn't really remember coming here that much. We left when she was probably 4. And so it's been really cool to see in her eyes. And that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. She doesn't see it at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome 37th member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, Mr. Foxborough forever, Julian Edelman.
The Patriot Nation, I just want to say thank you for bringing in me, my family, and making this our home. Foxborough will always be my home, 12 years, nowhere else. And we all got to remember one thing. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And you always got to believe Foxborough forever.
I love you.
I feel tremendously honored to get to share the stage with the guys that have built this foundation before me. Being honored with Coach Parcells, unbelievable, very surreal. Having my little girl here, my family here has been amazing to experience this with me. And probably the ultimate honor of my career.
What a spectacular event. Welcome to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios, everyone, with Mike Reese and Scott Zolak. Both of you guys were at this event.
Yep.
I want to start with the big tuna first. Bill Parcells.
Well, I had him for 4 years, Steve, and that guy made football important here because I was here prior to him when football didn't seem that important. And it was an interesting timing, from Orthwine to Mr. Kraft purchasing the team, the potential move to St. Louis. I still have. I think that's the Stallions hat. Thank God that did not happen, that he kept the team here, that he loves this region. But Bill Parcells, he was the first building block to make things important here. And I'm just happy that it got to a point where the Kraft family reached out to him and put him in this outstanding hall that they have, because I think it's long overdue. I think it should have been earlier. But things happen for a reason. Hey, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, you're never happy when it ends. And, that's a tough thing in football because you got to make decisions and move on from other people. But, when I heard him speak up there and he said, sometimes you look back and maybe you would do some things different. He got choked up. Not to say I got choked up, but I did. I think he genuinely meant it when he's like, look at this. And when we first came here, that was the old Foxborough Stadium there. There was no Gillette Stadium. There was no Patriot Place. There were no hotels there. And he said, wow, this thing evolved and it happened here. And man, I wish I may have been a part of that. And I got a chance to talk to him at the event upstairs in the Global Atrium after it. And he was happy to be back. He was happy to see everybody. Good to see guys like Al Groh, his former secretary Kathleen, who could write a book, because she knew everything. Right. And the next day he called me and he called all the guys and thanked the guys that showed up for him. That's awesome. So you could tell that this was not a hit and run by him. I'm coming in, thanks, get the jacket and leave. This meant something to him, and I think that's the best part of it.
Didn't you think it was a classy move by Mr. Kraft to actually get this done? And was it more of a healing process between the two of them?
I agree with everything Scott said. It was classy by Mr. Kraft, and I want to talk about Julian Edelman. I thought, to me, this story of persistence and what Jonathan Kraft said. He was an example to all the kids in New England about being the underdog. So I thought reflections from Parcells. I thought persistence from Edelman. And how about just togetherness? Those round tables with Matthew Slater talking about common ground, with Dante Scarnecchia talking to Bill Parcells about conflict. That was an awesome day.
And you saw people getting choked up. Matthew Slater got choked up.
Yeah, and I still have nightmares about Parcells, because that's like the impact. I'm serious, he has on you. My wife still laughs at it. And he's still up there yapping at Willie. Hey, Willie, just get to the quarterback, okay?
Right.
So, I mean, this is 30 plus years after it. And I'm like, this is great. But this is like, I remember like it's yesterday.
Steve, you love the Patriots. You bleed the red, white, and blue. Anyone that invests in the Patriots, that cares about the history of the organization, this was the place to be. It was
Tells
a great
you I'm getting old. Played for the guy for 4 years. Called games for 13 and called some of Julian's biggest games. I'm happy to be a part of this.
I love the fact that this team has its own Hall of Fame. Yep. All right, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it. Thank you very much. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
The entire Pats from the Past podcast with Coach Bill Parcells is available now on Patriots.com, the Patriots YouTube channel, and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's been fun. I've always liked the air, and it's a special place for me.
In 2009 was the last time the Patriots beat the Panthers in Foxborough. Touchdowns from Kevin Falk and Ben Watson
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Benjamin Watson.
gave New England a 20-10 win over Carolina. The only time they have beaten them at Gillette.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for X's and O's, some of the big plays in the game this past week against the Steelers. Coach, start us off. Defensively, Landry and Spillane got it going here.
Yeah, coming out of the third quarter, they got a little, momentum there with the ball there at the 35-yard line. And a lot of teams that, what they're trying to do is they're trying to number you, right? And so they're push cracking, and then they got Jonnu heading out here, and they're going to 4 strong, right? So they're trying to add numbers over here, get bodies. It's an extended run. It's a long handoff, as we like to call it. Harold does a great job of recognizing the backs slipping out of there. Continue to do a good job tackling in space. Spillane blitzes, and again, this is where we have to start causing some fumbles. But you can see here, they're just trying to create the motion, and really it's just a long handoff. They started the game with it last week, and here it is, Harold doing a nice job of being able to get out here in space. Okay, you've got to come to balance, stay on our feet, cast the net, and then this is where we have to come in and start knocking the ball loose. So obviously we got great effort here from the backside, but it's a play there that got us going, put them in long yardage situation, which again leads to, good things for us defensively.
This is the next play right
This is the next play. So 3rd and 10, get a nice job right here, widening the receiver out to the field in the slot. Spillane does a great job here getting depth. Okay, you're looking at the sticks right there. So obviously they go 4 verticals. Good pressure, right? Good pressure. Quarterback hit. KC takes the edge. And you see the quarterback kind of fading away and really, do a great job here catching the ball. Now we have to go, we got to try to block the intended and then make sure that there's no penalties back here. And again, with the blindside block, I think Milt does a nice job right here. Continue to high screen, not knocking this guy, not hitting him in the head or neck, not using his forearm. And then again here, trying to give ourselves up. We get a good score down here. We have to turn and make these touchdowns offensively. And we all know what happened. Okay, but when we get turnovers and we're down here in the red zone, we got to make those be touchdowns. And I'm confident going forward that they will.
I know last week was 4th down, but that's 2 weeks back-to-back, almost the same spot. Mapu got it last week, and then Robert there.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've had 2, we had a fumble. We've knocked it out of the quarterback's hand, had a penalty. We knocked it out of Jonnu's hand. and it rolled out of bounds. So again, I'm not in charge of how the ball bounces and which way it gets kicked. We just got to keep knocking it loose and be confident that we're going to recover it.
All right, big time throw catcher, 4th down. You need this one.
Yeah, 4th and 2. You know, we're going to stay aggressive. You know, I thought this was just the timing of it, right? They get 2 guys heading in the same direction on the zone, and as they get out of there, and then again, Drake plants his back foot, and it's out. I think I love the timing, the decisiveness. We need more plays like this that everybody kind of understands how quickly the ball needs to get out.
Catchable ball, score.
Yeah, that's it. Just he's looking now. He's not slowing down. Hunter gets into the seam. Eyes are around. Okay, using good, technique, catching out in front of his eyes, and then we have to go and celebrate. But we do a good job here in the middle of the pocket. Okay, we do a good job here in the middle of the pocket, but you can see how quickly the ball gets out. Ball placement right on them, and then we're able to score down here in the red zone, which leads to, making the game a little closer.
Great stuff right there on X's and O's. Coach, good luck against Carolina this week.
Appreciate
Go get
it.
him. More of All Access back right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Welcome back to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios. Back with my guys, Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Despite all the problems the Patriots had in the first half, think about this. They were still in the game. Is that something they can hang their hat on?
Yeah, that's why I'm oddly optimistic, even though it was a game they absolutely should have won and they kicked away, because with 4 turnovers, they're in a tie game midway through the 4th quarter with the ball, 1st down, in field goal range, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Despite all of those problems, a team that I think going in, most people would have felt was a little bit ahead of where the Patriots are. Well, that didn't show last Sunday. I thought the Patriots were the better team for the vast majority of the 60 minutes. Yes, they can hang their hat on that.
And I loved how Mike Vrabel had the numbers ready. He said in those situations you have a 5% chance of winning, and you usually lose by 18 or more points in those situations. So it shows that they are coming along if they can clean it up. And being in the locker room this week, I can tell you the players believe that because they repeated that to me as well.
We took a look at the offense earlier in the show, but I want to talk about the defense now. Has the defense turned the corner?
Well, they played their best game, certainly of the first 3, and they hung the team in the game. I mean, if they had a subpar performance, look, we're going to talk about Carolina in a second. They had a similar game with Atlanta, and they ended up winning the game by 30 points. Yeah. They vastly won the turnover battle. They stopped 4th downs. The Falcons made all kinds of mistakes. They lost by 30. The Patriots defense didn't allow that to happen. I mean, it wasn't a great performance by the defense, but it was much better than we saw in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to go glass half full, glass half empty. I think the glass half empty, I want to see better play in the red zone. One of the lower-ranked red zone defenses in the league. But glass half full, love the way they're getting after the passer. I think Harold Landry and K'Lavon Chase on the edges.
Putting pressure on the quarterback.
I like it. I like Milton Williams inside. I know maybe it can be a little more consistent, Paul, but just not used to seeing that over the years. Just the ability to get the pressure.
And to Mike's half-empty part, I'd like to see them get off to better starts in some of these games. That's an opening drive touchdown in 2 out of the 3 games.
Carolina Panthers. Team that's coming in here next, a faceless football team. I hate to say that, but I mean, Carolina. It's Carolina.
That's a good point, Steve.
They're really an anonymous team. You're not really sure. They're kind of in a similar spot. They have a young coach that's trying to build a culture and trying to turn the corner. They got rid of a lot of talent over the last couple of years. They're still sort of hopeful in their young quarterback in Bryce Young, who at times looks the part. I think he's a little small, Mike, and I think you can sort of get him off his game as a result. Back to your point about Harold Landry and Chason, maybe they can get some disruption in the middle. Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. It's a different kind of a rebuild, but similar spots.
Do you guys have Super Bowl 38 memories when you see the helmets? Because that's the first thing that came to my mind. Look, I think you got to go study this team. right? This is not like playing a team like Week 2 Miami, a division team. There's a lot of guys you don't know that much about. So I think that's a big theme of the week for the Patriots.
That being said, prediction time. What do you got?
The big thing for me is this team needs to win a game here at Gillette Stadium at home. It's been a while since they've had that success. I think they get it here. And I think it's going to be relatively, I'm afraid to just pick blowouts, relatively easy. I think they're going to win this one 27-13.
30-10 Patriots. I think they have to live with that taste in their mouth all week. They're angry. They
Mike's
know they're
angry.
better than that, and I think I agree with them.
So both you guys call them blowouts.
Yeah. What about you,
I say
Stevie?
win. I say win. I'm not sure about a blowout, but just take the win. Win at home.
Maybe we won't talk
Let's
to
get
him
back to
in the hall this
500, right? All right, guys, great job. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perot, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.